I'm just going to say to you, just go ahead. I'm going to make your head shake a little bit here. If you've been a great fitness proponent, let me just say to you, I love fitness. Those of you that know my curriculum know there is a fitness component in every lesson I ever write. I love fitness. I have a weight room and workout room in my house. I lift all the time, even if you don't believe it. I do, okay? But when you're 71, I always tell people you're not lifting to, increase all that girth and everything. You're just lifting to hang on to what the hell you have. So that's what I'm doing. So I work out hard. I do anywhere from 150 to 200 push-ups a day. I've got all kinds of weight machines and everything else. I lift all the time because I love fitness. But I love it so much I want kids to love it. And I don't think fitness testing is the way to make them love it. Because I think, once again, if you're good at fitness, it's because you were genetically gifted. And I also know that elementary school kids don't respond to training because there aren't any hormones flowing. So you can train them and train them and train them and they don't improve. Oh yeah, I know the big scam. We'll test them in the fall, we'll test them in the spring, and by God, they improve. Well yeah, they're 9 months older.
Yeah.
If they don't, you really foul them up. It's like saying at the start of the school year, I'm going to measure how tall you are at the start of the school year. Then at the end of the school year, I'm going to measure you again. And if you grew, I'm going to say, wow, I'm a great teacher. I grew you 2 inches.
I grew you 2 inches.
Aren't there a lot better ways to teach fitness than fitness testing? I think so. Now, what we do in the schools where I consult and work is we do fitness self-testing. So I'm not opposed to fitness tests. But that formalized testing where every kid has to do it, look, how can that, just think about it a minute. I'm going to test little fat Freddie in first grade. Little fat Freddie in second grade. Little fat Freddie in third grade. And every year I'm going to tell him, well, if you keep working hard, son, you'll get fit. And he knows that's a big lie. And I test fat Freddie all the way through school. And he never passes it. He hears that he needs improvement. And then you think Fat Freddie's going to graduate and say, God, I love fitness. Come on. So we do self-testing where each kid is responsible for evaluating his own. And if he wants to write that he did 4,921 push-ups, fine. Because I want him to learn the process. And when it becomes important to him, he'll no longer cheat on it. Then it will be important. And then I'll just kind of close that thought by saying to you, when I go around and talk to experienced teachers, I always say to them, well, this fitness testing, if we spend 6 weeks a year fitness testing, 3 in the fall, 3 in the spring, and it's such an important thing, how many of you still fitness test yourself every year, twice a year? I have a hell of a time finding hands to go up. Not many people do it. What's the point of spending 6 weeks of our curriculum, which is a sixth of the year, on something we never use again for the rest of our life? I'm sorry, but I didn't come here just to tell you what you want to hear. But to have you at least think. That's all I care, is that you think. I'm a professor, and I always tell people I'm paid to profess. And I'll tell you what I think, I'll profess, and then when I leave, you can do whatever the hell you want. But I'm